Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be doing this eye look using the NYX water palette. This is what it looks like. It's part of their Elements collection, and a lot of them they're all really pretty, but this one, oh my gosh, if I can get it open, is filled with like blues and greens, as you can see, and it's so stunning and so unique, and I really wanted to do a tutorial featuring it, and I'll do a quick review for you guys. I really love the pigmentation of this. Like, they're super pigmented. They blend out fairly easily, definitely easy for a drugstore palette. My only complaint is that I wish that there were more mattes, because the only matte shades in here are this one and the two corners. So that's a little frustrating. There's no transition shade, so for this tutorial I had to go into a single shadow to use, but that's the only other shadow I used for this look. But I do love like how there is a mix of finishes. Like, this one is more glitter, there's some metallics, and then there's some like standard shimmer shades. So I do appreciate that. I just wish that there were a couple more matte shades that I could use, and definitely a transition shade. But overall, definitely worth the money. I love that they have the mirror in here, and they do have numbers on the back, so when I'm doing the voiceover, I'll let you guys know which number I'm using at a time. And yeah, I really like this palette. I never really wear blue eyeshadow. It's kind of like out of my comfort zone, but I kind of like how it looks, and it reminds me of winter, like more jewel tones and like rich eye looks. So I like it. I hope you guys like it too. If you want to see how I got this eye look, then just keep watching. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be using the NYX water palette today, but there actually is no transition shade in this palette. There aren't that many mattes like I spoke about, so I'm going to be going in with Anastasia Fawn on a big blending brush and putting this into my crease as the transition shade. I'm actually putting this a little bit above my crease because I have slightly hooded eyes, so I find that this lifts my eyes and makes them look more round, but you can put your transition shade wherever works for you. Okay, so now I'm going into shade number 4. It's like a deep teal matte shade. It's super pretty, and a defined crease brush, and I'm putting this on the outer V of my eye and bringing it into the crease. This is going to be a halo eye, so I'm going to do the inner part of my eye as well, but right now I'm just focusing on the outer V and the crease. Okay, so now I'm using a big pencil brush, and I'm putting that shade number 4 on the inner corner of my eye and connecting it to the outer corner. So as you can see, the halo is forming, and then when I'm done with this, I'm going to go back in with that defined crease brush and blend everything out so there are no harsh edges. Okay, so now I'm going to take my large fluffy brush and go back into Fawn and blend out those edges. I really wanted these two shades to be really blended together, just because this teal shade is very dark and matte, and I just wanted it to look seamless on the eye and not really harsh, because I feel like that's why a lot of people don't use these types of shades. So just make sure to really blend those two shades into each other. Okay, now I'm taking shade number 12, which is, to me, the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm using that same large pencil brush, and I'm just darkening up the halo. So I'm going on the outer V and the inner V. Okay, so I already primed my eyelid with some Essence lid primer that I'll link down below, and I'm using a very small shader brush and the shade number 10, which is a really pretty slate gray blue, and I'm pressing this onto the center of the lid. Okay, so I really wanted to brighten the lid up, so I'm going in with my finger and shade number 1, which I think is my favorite shade in the whole palette. It's almost holographic, it's so pretty, and I'm just pressing that into the center of the lid to brighten things up. Okay, so again, I just wanted to darken up the halo, so I'm going into shade 12 with that same pencil brush, and I'm just darkening up the edges. Okay, so now I'm taking a flat top definer brush in the shade number 9, and I'm pressing that into my lower lash line. Make sure it's super, super tight to your lash line, just because this shade is a super bright blue. I personally love it, but since this is a wearable blue eyeshadow look, just make sure that you don't bring it down and smudge it out too much. Just make it very tight to your lash line. Okay, so now I'm taking a pencil brush and I'm going into shade number 10, and I'm smudging out that lower lash line. And this is that really pretty slate gray shade that we use on the lid. Okay, so now I'm taking an even smaller pencil brush in shade number 1. This was the one we used to brighten up the lid. And I'm putting this on the inner corner of my eye, kind of like an inner corner highlight, but I'm also dragging it down into the lower lash line, as you can see. Okay, so now the shadow is done. Time for some eyeliner. I'm using the LA Girl gel pencil in the shade Royal Blue. I love these eyeliners. They are truly waterproof. They stay on the lower lash line really well, and I'm just putting this in my waterline and on the top waterline as well. Okay, so now I'm just putting some mascara on. This is the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. I love this stuff so much, and I look really weird when I put on mascara, but don't we all? Okay, and for my lip color, I'm using Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow. This is my all-time favorite nude lip. I feel like it's a really good neutral shade, but it's still deep, so it's perfect for winter, and it really complements this eye look.